Okay, so now we have to go for the combustion stoichiometry. In this combustion stoichiometry, we will try to understand that how much amount of the oxygen or air is required for 1 kg of the fuel theoretically. That is called as a combustion stoichiometry. So let us see. Let us see what is it. So see, if you are having the molar basis equation, that is CnHm plus O2 gives us CO2 plus H2O. Now this equation can be balanced because see, I am not going to consider a particular fuel. So just I am considering that there is a hydrocarbon. The hydrocarbon consisting the carbon particles N and hydrogen particles atoms as M, and with that hydrocarbons, if I write the equation, then what is the amount of, we can say, what is the amount of the oxygen is required for that case. So that I have to learn. Okay, now see, in this case, just generalized equation I am considering that CnNHm, because I can have methane, I can have ethane, or I can have any type of hydrocarbons, and I can use this equation for that. So can we balance this equation? Yes, can you balance this equation? Can you balance this equation? That is one point. And another point, that you have to write the, if you can balance it, then we can go for ethane, benzene, or any gases based on that. So let us see what is the generalized equation for that. So if you try to balance this equation, then that equation will becomes, because if we follow the same procedure whatever we have studied for the last seen last slide, that if I balance the carbon particles on this side and in this side also, as well as oxygen particles on this side and in this side, then I will have the Cn, carbons are in CO2 only, so N into CO2, that you have to write. Similarly, I am having the Hm, means M number of atoms of hydrogen. So here I have to write M by 2 because H2 is there. So that is what the M by 2 H2O. Okay. Now see, the oxygen particles you can balance, and you can write here there are twice N. Okay, so O2 if you consider, then N is required here, and for this, for O2 if you consider, then it should be M by 4. So N plus M by 4 O2. So this is a balanced equation we can get for this one. We can write this is a balanced equation for any hydrocarbon with N number of atoms for carbon and M number of atoms for hydrogen. See, you can remember this relation also, or if you don't want to remember relations, you can find out if some uh, hydrocarbon is given to you. So let us see, apply this equation for C2H6, that is what, ethane. Okay, so C2H6 is ethane. So for ethane if you apply, then you can see that the N value is 2 and M value is 6. So 6 by 4 plus 2, that is giving you 3.5, means 2 plus 1.5, it is 3.5 O2. Okay, so N is here, so that is 2, and M by 2, that is 6 by 2 is 3. So that's why ethane's balance equation is like this. So this is for complete combustion. We can write it for complete combustion. If there is incomplete combustion, then we can't write these relations. We can't write these relations because the carbon particle, how much it is converted into the carbon dioxide and how much it is converted into carbon monoxide, that we can't find. But if you are having complete combustion, then we can write this generalized equation. So based on that, also you can write for benzene C6H6, that is a benzene. So if you write the C6H6 relation, so N is 6, so I can write 6 plus M by 4, that is 6 by 4 is 1.5, 6 plus 1.5 is 7.5, N is 6, so 6 is here, M by 2, 6 by 2 is 3. So that's why the balance equation for benzene in oxygen is like this. So just I have given the example which with which can apply it. So you can use this generalized equation for balancing. If you don't remember this relation, then go for directly balancing the equation for particular gas on the spot also. So there is no problem for that. Okay, so just I have written the balance equation. Now see, we are having this is for the oxygen. Okay, so whenever you are having the combustion process, then we require the oxygen and fuel. Okay, so that is the important parameter. But from where this oxygen comes? See, this oxygen comes from the air only, remember that. So we have to supply the air. We are not supplying the oxygen for any sort of combustion processes. म्हणजे जिथं जिथं कंबशन होतात कुठं कुठं की इन बॉयलर or in IC engine or gas turbines, all these are the applications of the combustions. Now in this case we can't supply the oxygen because oxygen is not readily available in nature. So what we are having? We are having the air. Air is consisting the oxygen, and we are knowing that by volume, if you consider the air, then the oxygen is 21% and nitrogen is 79%. See, this is very important number that you don't forget. You should remember it, that by volume, if you consider the air and nitrogen percentage, sorry, oxygen and nitrogen percentage in air, so oxygen is having the 21% while the nitrogen is of 79%. Oxygen is 21% and nitrogen is 79%. So this is the percentage that you should remember. Okay, so see, we are interested to supply the air, not oxygen. So we have to find out that for 1 kg of the fuel, how much kgs of air is required. Air we are supplying, we are not supplying oxygen, remember this. So that's why we have to find out that how much amount of the air we are supplying, not oxygen. So how to find it? Let us discuss this point now. So see, let us consider that ethanol is there and it is burned with the air to give the products of dry molar analysis. Okay, based on the dry molar analysis I am writing this. Dry molar analysis. Dry molar analysis means what? See, molar analysis means actually that is a volume based analysis. Okay, so it is a volumetric analysis. Suppose I am having an instrument with which I can measure the percentage of the combustion products generated based on volume basis, then it is mentioned as a dry. Why it is mentioned as dry? Because we are not going to consider that there is any water generated in the combustion product. Or you can say that instead of saying not generated, but what I will say, see, there is an instrument which is not detecting that the water particles are there, and that may be not considered for measurement. Okay, it is available there, it is maybe there in the combustion products, but those are not measured. So due to that, it is considered that that is a dry volume analysis, volumetric analysis, or the dry molar analysis. So in this case, I am going to consider that we are having the ethanol, that is C2H6H5OH, and the combustion products generated by that are CO2, CO and N2. In this case, the incomplete combustion is considered, that is CO is considered, that's why it is incomplete combustion, but some part of carbon dioxide is there and some part of carbon monoxide is there. So carbon dioxide generated is 3.16%, while carbon monoxide generated is 16.6%, while remaining is the nitrogen coming out of the combustion, that is combustion products. In this case there may be the water particles, but those are not measured, so that's why it is called as a dry molar analysis. H2O is not considered. Now if you want to write the equation for this, then you can write basis on the solution of the convenience. 100 moles of dry products are considered, reaction equation. So we can have the equation like this, that is A. See, A is what? A is what? A is the number of moles of ethanol required to generate 100 moles of dry combustion products. A denotes the number of moles of fuel required to generate 100 mole of dry products that I have considered. So dry product means there is no consideration of H2O. There is H2O generation, but it is not considered. I am having the 100 moles product, that is dry analysis. So that's why I have considered the this much equation first, and I have put the A value to generate this 100 moles of dry products. Okay, so if you write like this, but you must consider the H2O also, because H2O is there, because hydrogen atoms, if you want to balance, then H2O you have to consider. So let us consider that CH2O is the generation of water particles in that. Okay, so we can't remove it from the reaction. For balancing the hydrogen you required it. Now I want to know that the A, B and C value. I want to know A, B and C value based on the combustion products. So let us go for that. See what we are doing. Are you getting this point? I am having the combustion analysis, that is the exhaust gas analysis. Exhaust gas जो बॉयलर मधून बाहेर येतो तो मी मेजर केलाय. तो कसा मेजर केलाय तर CO2 चं काहीतरी पर्सेंटेज आहे, CO चं काहीतरी पर्सेंटेज आहे आणि नायट्रोजनचं काहीतरी पर्सेंटेज आहे. And based on that I want to know that how much amount of air is required. How much amount of the air is required. So see, in this case, instead of writing the oxygen only, I have written the oxygen plus nitrogen, that is mixture of air. So if you consider that there is 1 mole of oxygen, then there must be 3.79 moles of nitrogen, because we are having the volume percentage of air as 21% for oxygen, 79% of nitrogen. So if you consider 1% of oxygen, then there must be 3.79% of nitrogen. If you divide this 79 divided by 21, if you divide 79 divided by the 31, 79 divided by 31, then in that case it will comes the 3.79. remember that this will comes 3.79. okay, so this will comes the 3.79. so that is the 3.79 I have written. So this is having 1 mole of oxygen and 3.79 moles of nitrogen, which will consist the air, total air. So O2 plus 3.79 is indicating the air. Okay, it is considering that the air. And how much amount of the moles are required for air, that is I have considered B based on the balancing of this equation. So when you try to balance this equation, then based on that you can write the B amount of that. So based on this equation, that is combustion products, I want to know the value of A and value of B. So how will you find it? So if you apply the conservation of mass for this equation, then A, B and C are unknown. Based on the carbon atoms, hydrogen atoms, oxygen atoms and nitrogen atoms, you can balance the equation and you can find out A, B and C values. Okay, so that is our task. That is our task. See, this type of the problem may come in the examination. This type of the problems may come in the examination. I repeat what we are doing once again if you are not getting. Okay, so let us repeat it once again. So what is given? I have burned the ethanol, and by burning the ethanol I got the combustion products in exhaust gases as 3.16% CO2, 16.6% CO and 18.24% nitrogen. So based on this I have to find out how much amount of air is required for 1 kg of ethanol, or how much amount of the air you are burning. So we have to find out that. So based on that, let us consider that the 3.16, 16.6 and 18.24 indicates that there is 100 moles of the dry gases. 100 moles of the dry gases. Let us consider that there is A amount of fuel is burned to generate the 100 moles of dry gases. Okay, and for that purpose the B amount of the air is required, in which the oxygen is having 1 mole while 3.79% 3.79 are the moles of nitrogen, because we are knowing that if 1 mole is there, then there will be 3.79 moles of nitrogen if you consider the air. So B amount of the air you required for A amount of the fuel. So to generate the 100 moles of the dry gases. But in this case, we are having the H2O also, and let us consider that C amount of H2O is generated. Now we have to balance this equation for carbon, hydrogen, oxygen and nitrogen. So let us consider one by one. So for carbon, if you consider, then twice A is here is equal to 3.16 C here plus 16.6 C here. So that is twice A is equal to 3.16 plus 16.6. So that's why A comes 9.88. So if you balance the carbon, then A comes 9.88. Now let us go for the hydrogen. So for hydrogen you can say that here H is 5 and 1 6. So 6A 6A is equal to the H2O is there, so twice C is there. So if you write the balance for the hydrogen, then that will comes 6A is equal to twice C, and A we are knowing, so C you can find out. Now if you balance the nitrogen next by nitrogen, then 3.76 N2 and B is there. So 3.76 multiply by 2 multiply by B, that is on reactant side, while on product side it is 80.24 into 2. 80.24 into 2. So if you balance it like this, then it is coming 3.76 into B, that is N2, and here it is 80.24, that's why the B comes 21.34. so likewise the B value also I have found. So if you got A, B, you can find out the C value, that is as I have mentioned 6A is equal to twice C, so C comes 29.64, because A you can put the values of 9.88 here divided by 2, so that will comes 29.64. So likewise A, B and C values are coming. Still we have not balanced the oxygen atoms. Now you can balance the oxygen atom for checking whatever we have done, is it correct or not. If you want to check that whatever we have done is correct or not, then you have to write oxygens are A plus twice B is equal to 3.662 into 2 plus 16.6 plus C. Okay, so C on the reactant side, A, that is OA into twice B, this is on reactant side. On product side, twice into 3.16, here it is 16.6 plus C, you can write like this. So that's why whatever we have measured, that is correct. So that's we can say that the balance reaction equation we got, and the values are like this: 9.88 ethanol you burn, then you require 21.34 air, and that will generate this much moles of the combustion products. This is in terms of the moles. Now if you want to find out on basis of mass, then you have to multiply it based on the mass also. So you can divide it by 9.88, and that will gives you the 1 mole of fuel requires 2.16 moles of air to generate 0.32 CO2, 1.68 CO, 8.12 nitrogen and 3 H2O. So you can find out this by similar process that we are used previously, and you can solve it. Okay, so this is all about the combustion products. Now the same procedure we will have for generalizing this equation. Let us generalize this equation. So on molar basis, if you write like this, then we can balance this equation, that is CnHm n plus m by 2. Okay, so I have written here that is for air. Now if you balance it, then NCO2 m by 2 H2O plus 3.78 N plus m by 2 into N2. So that is the balance equation for complete combustion. So if you use any hydrocarbon and you want to write that for methane or benzene similar way, then you can balance it. Okay, so this can be balanced the equation, generalized equation I have put, and you can balance it. So there is no need to go for the generalized equation, but you can have generalized equation also, so that you can remember it and you can solve the problems easily. Okay, so this is what the